Good morning, guys. It has been a few days since the last time that I videotaped. The last footage I showed you guys was us leaving Pigeon Forge with our friends Vic and Edie and heading out to Advance or Clemmons, North Carolina, where we have been for the last 3 or 4 days. I'm not sure. I lose track. Our friends Vic and Edie went one way and we went that way because I wanted to visit my niece who lives in North Carolina and her kids who unfortunately I only get to see them once, maybe if I'm lucky twice a year. We had a great time. It was more a family time, no exploring, no nothing. We stayed at a campground called Tanglewood. It is about 5 miles away from her house. It's a great campground. If you stay at this campground, it gives you access to the actual park that has equestrian. It has playgrounds for the kids. It was a nice time. We had a great time. Went out to dinner a few nights, and just catching up. We don't get to do it often. We had a great time there. It is a nice campground, like I said. It's very open, lots of space, and that's it. We ended up staying 3 nights, I think, and this morning or yesterday morning we hooked up and we left, and now we are in obviously a new place. We are in Charleston, South Carolina at a KOA where we once again met up with Vic and Edie, our friends, and we're going to be doing a little bit of exploring here in Charleston. We've never been here. They have been here, so we're going to use them as tour guides today. We're looking forward to it. This is a pretty KOA. I'll give you guys some information on it a little later in the week. But that's it. That's what I got. We're here. We're in Charleston, South Carolina. All right, so we headed out this morning, and we're going to do a little exploring in downtown Charleston. First place we're going to head out to is a place called Market, which is on Market Street. It's about 3 or 4 blocks worth of little shops. Very cool little place. Let's go check it out. All right, we're done at Marketplace. Very interesting little place. Very cool. It's open 7 days a week. Opens at 9:30 in the morning. And I think it says something about 5 o'clock. Very nice. But now we came over here to a corner of Market and King Street in Charleston. Now, I'm going to share some information with you guys. Hopefully, I won't lose my man card. For those of you guys that are... Sorry. Those of you guys that are movie buffs. If you guys know the movie The Notebook, this is one scene where they laid on the ground on the intersection. Myrna brought me here. I figured I'd share it with you guys. Don't take my man card away. It's definitely a chick flick. I'm not going to admit that I've seen it, but Myrna has seen it at least a dozen times. And don't lie, you women out there that are watching this video, you've watched it a bunch also. I knew this was going to happen. King Street, Abercrombie and Fitch, Rack Room, Louis Vuitton. Oh, you can't see it. Here. I've lost Kaylee. But I knew this was going to happen. Oh, and of course, look what we got here. All right, so we are back in the campground. We are done in Charleston, downtown. And this campground actually has a trail, a walking trail that we decided to go out. And yes, I say we, Vic and Edie are with us. And we're gonna go check this out. It's a short trail right around the lake here at the KOA. So we are just out on our little walk, and what do we stumble across? Look, a whole family of deer right in our trail, and they are just as intrigued of us as we are with them. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So good morning, guys. It is another day here. Yesterday we had a great time in downtown Charleston, then did a little walking around here in the campground. And before we get started this morning, which we are heading out for more adventuring, I wanted to give you guys a quick rundown on this campground since I have a minute. We are staying at North Mount Pleasant, Charleston, South Carolina. It's that's the name of the campground, Mount Pleasant / Charleston, the KOA. I'm not going to get into a big long thing about the KOA. I've given you guys plenty of information. KOAs basically have everything. The only thing I'm going to tell you about this one, aside from the fact that it has everything that all the KOAs originally have, this one is situated on this lake that I've showed you guys. Very pretty. It's very dark at night, so if you're into stargazing, this is the kind of place that you want to come to. And what I find very interesting about this campground, or very appealing to people, is aside from the RV sites, which obviously it has because it's a campground, it has a bunch of these cabins and a few of very interesting cabins. They are train cars converted into cabins just overlooking the lake. Very pretty, very nice, different, just a little bit different. So that's what's interesting about this campground. Other than that, like I mentioned, KOA has everything you need. You pay for it though. It's always quite pricey. But that's it. That's all I got to say about this campground. It is another day. This morning we are heading out to, I have no idea where. I will share that with you guys when we get there. It's on Myrna's list. She has it when she did her research, and whatever we do, we'll share it with you guys. All right, so after doing a few of those spots where they filmed that movie that I mentioned yesterday, that Myrna took me to, that I did not want to bother you guys with. After doing all that, we came out here to a place called Angel Oak. Now, I don't know too much about it, but I'm going to share some pictures and video. It's quite impressive. So as I read some of the writings here, 400 years old, this tree. The trunk, I don't know if you can really tell. It's huge. It is huge. And the branches are bigger than some trees. Here, I'll give you an idea. This is one branch. I'll just follow it. Here it goes. It just keeps going. Here it branches off that way, and the main branch is still going. Here it is, still going. All the way, still going. All the way out here. It's amazing. Everything you see behind me, all these branches you see behind me, okay, across, everything you see stems from that big tree. Pretty impressive. Guys, we have done basically nothing since the last time I reached out to you guys. Our friends, Vic and Edie, they left, and basically the exploring came to a complete halt. Even today, Myrna and I were at the camper. We leave tomorrow. Today's our last day in South Carolina. We leave tomorrow, and I kind of just got up and said, hey, let's go for a drive. I mean, Charleston is a beach town or a coast town, so we figured they had to have a beach. So we headed out here, a place called Isles of Palm. Isles of Palm. We found this quaint little county park. It's right on the water. It's quiet. It's a very, I mean, if you can see over here, over my left shoulder, it's a rainy day, but wanted to do something. Wanted to do something to end our trip to Charleston. Looking at some stuff. And I'll turn around here so you guys can see. It's the ocean. It's actually a pretty interesting place. Beautiful. We drove through some neighborhoods here, right off of a place called Palm Boulevard that runs along the coast. And we saw some absolutely gorgeous homes. Some that I probably couldn't even afford to own the mailbox, let alone the home, right on the ocean. Absolutely gorgeous. Very pretty place. Again, Isles of Palm Beach. And also another place out here called Sullivan Beach. Very pretty area. Very interesting. So just driving around Sullivan Beach, or Sullivan Island, I should say, which is where we're at. We came across this place called Fort Moultrie. Fort Moultrie. It's a National Historic Site. Believe it or not, you need they charge a fee, or if you have the America the Beautiful Pass, National Park Pass, you can enjoy the sights. Pretty interesting. We were aware of Fort Sumter here in Charleston, South Carolina, but we didn't know about this place. We just happened to drive up on it. I'll share a little bit of it with you guys. So here's an interesting spot where I'm standing. Right here over my left shoulder is Fort Moultrie. Very interesting place. I mean, very well preserved. And as I spin around, there's the water behind me. And just over my shoulder right here is Fort Sumter. Now, Fort Sumter is only accessible by boat or ferry. And you got to take that from Patriot Island, or Patriot Drive, which is right over there somewhere. So we just left the visitor center. We're heading over to the actual fort itself to go inside. Very interesting story. They have a 20-minute video that gives you the whole story of how Fort Moultrie and Fort Sumter came about back in the 1700s. Very, very interesting. Let's go check this out. right, so we are done at Fort Moultrie. Very interesting place. Like I said, we just happened to stumble across it. Today we had absolutely zero intentions of doing any type of exploring. We were just going to drive around and check out the beach here in Charleston. But like everything, you know, things just happen to pop out sometimes, and you got to take advantage of where you're at and check it out. So we did that, and that's it. That's it. We are done for now, right? I think we're done. Yeah, we're done. We're done in Charleston, South Carolina. Tomorrow is a move day. We are going to be heading down to St. Augustine, Florida, which is funny because this fort may have been just a prelude to another fort, because when you're in St. Augustine, you got to go down to the water and you got to visit the forts that are there in St. Augustine. So chances are we'll be doing a little bit of that, but that's yet to be determined. That is it. We are done in Charleston. This is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the footage that we provided for you guys. And until the next one, peace.